All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, the great millstone of well. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tajma Debar, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And through the spirit, I wanted to do a real brief lesson based off this video I'm about to play, which I did a lesson. I think I did a lesson on the air this week, speaking on these protests that was about to take place. And you're going to see all these protests, these people speaking out, people in a state of, uproar, afraid, scared, upset, as far as concerning Trump and Elon Musk. And we already know these bunch of Edomites, upset about the way things is going. But hey, at the end of the day, we can clearly see that this society is on its way out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai. We're starting to see the civil unrest about to start taking place. We're about to see the economic woes. We're about to see the spirit of vengeance. We're about to see all various different things according to Bible prophecy start to be made manifest before our eyes here in the latter days, man. And I'm going to read this real quick. This is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107, Copyright Act of 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107, Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as, basically, I'm not making any money off of this. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not making any money off this. This is for educational purposes only. And this is out the Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107, fair use. So I'm going to play this video. I'm not going to make the lesson too long. I'm just going to show you how Esau and these nations are, hey, they're upset. And I know y'all probably like, man, y'all constantly get on these various different things, but these are Bible prophecies, man. The MOTB, civil unrest, World War III, all these various things is happening right before your eyes. The famine of food, aka the persecution, the famine of the word, all these various things that brothers talk about every day is showing you how the Lord is drawing the Lord draw nigh. The Lord is close. And when the Lord is close, that's showing you that in time, as far as the society, is not much longer, man. Because if you in the spirit, Yahweh Shai is what the spirit of prophecy, Revelation 19:10. That's the spirit you should be in. You should be in the spirit of prophecy, prophesying, man. You should always be prophesying, meditating on these scriptures day in and day out, and paying attention to the times and season we're living in. And we're clearly living in the time of the visitation of the one you hear call Jesus Christ, was the beloved Son. His name is Yahweh Shai, man, our Lord. And we can clearly see he's on the way back, man. So I'm going to play this video, grab some precepts and apparatus out, Lord willing. This lesson is edifying.
It's not you. Well, I tell you now, it's time to leave it tariffed as well.
We just haven't experienced anything like this before. I mean, we were always told that free trade was the way the world should be going, and Trump is kind of upending that.
If you're running a small business, how can you absorb all of this? It's very worrying for a lot of people.
It's a disaster. It's bad for the entire world. I'm shocked that American people, I thought they were smarter than this.
There's going to be repercussions for the United States because China have already said they're going to increase their tariffs. I think it put America into a recession.
Trump is terrible. The day of the Triffids comes to mind, not the day that tariffs.
The stock market does not lie. If it goes down 1,000 or 1,500 points in one day, it's an economic indicator that people with the knowledge are very worried about what's happening. And that's what happened today.
Stocks on the market.
And you see that these people are afraid. They see that their 401ks, their pensions, all their hopes and dreams, everything they put their so-called hard work and tears in and bloodshed and everything they work for so hard is going down the drain. Which we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai. These Edomites ain't work hard for shit. Everything they got was stolen and handed down to them for generation to generations. Even these jobs, a lot of these jobs these Edomites got, a lot of them don't deserve it. They were just hand down and presented them opportunities because of the color of their skin. Because we're not ignorant, Satan devices. We know these damn Edomites, ain't none of them work hard for shit. And we're going to call them out. We'll call a spade a spade. You damn Edomites, hey, this is it. So when you crying out for your society, we don't give a damn. We want this shit to go down. So that's all you're going to see, a bunch of Edomites whining and crying over the fall of their society, man. Real quick. This is the book of Luke. Chapter 21, verse 24 or 25. I'll just jump straight to the point. Verse 26, man's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth. And that's what you see. These Edomites are, they're afraid. They're upset. So you best believe when this stock market really crash and it get worse and worse, you're going to hear about Edomites off in the families, the dog, the cat, the fish, everybody in the house getting offed off. Everybody in there getting deleted. Because you know Esau, Edom, because they're not really built for adversity. They're not built for adversity, man. That's why they're not built to be patient. That's why you think you live in a microwave society now. This goes back to Esau and Jacob. When Esau was famished, right? He couldn't. So he wanted that red potash, that meat, uncooked. That's the same spiritual that Esau's in today. So end of the day, when this shit really tighten up and get worse, when that squeeze really hit, hey, they're gonna be done. See, the Israelites and Nicolaits and Native Americans, we're used to this. This is nothing. We're used to, trying to make things and make ends meet. Edomites are not used to that, man. And this thing's gonna continue to get worse and worse, man. So you're gonna start seeing a lot of more things happening in the city near you and the county near you, as far as a lot of uproars and civil arrests amongst the people, because a lot of people are upset about these tariffs. Because they see these basically taxes, because that's all it is more taxes. You have to get taxed more. that's what's really happening. You're gonna get taxed more. And it says, men's hearts failing them for the fear of looking after those things which are coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens shall be shaken. So at the end of the day, you're starting to see the Lord shaking this place up. The Lord is gradually shaking Babylon the Great up, more so when he really hit it with the ICBM missiles, man. That's why you see all the what's going on in Hollywood and all the exposure and things like that. You're gradually seeing the fall of these wicked ass people in the society, and primarily damn Edomites, man. You're seeing the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You're seeing the end of this man's system. So at the end of this man's system, it has to be an economic woes. Because in between the economic woes, they want to do a dramatic shift and be cashless, which is what, as far as bringing this fourth industrial age, which is a social credit system, which is going to be digital. That's why they're trying to usher in a CBDC and the Fed now, so they can basically monitor your spending and monitor your everyday existence, man. This is what's coming. And a lot of these Edomites, they understand that. They know that, because the scriptures say what? The children of the night represent these Edomites are wiser than the children of the day, and the children of the day represent the Israelites. But the children of the day are in the state of what? In a state of darkness. They don't clearly see what's going on, because the Most High got them in that sunken place where he don't want them to see it. Because when this shit hits, going to hit the thief in the night. Because that's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. And you're clearly in the time of Jacob's trouble. It's just haven't turned up yet. That stove ain't turned up yet. The Lord ain't really turned it up. But he's gradually turning that thing up. Because you can clearly see it's only going to continue to get worse here on out. Especially when it started to get hot. When your electricity bills get through the roof and people start losing more jobs. People are going to fucking lose it. They're going to fucking lose it, man. So you're clearly in the times where these people are afraid and they're upset.
Market and everything else. I don't want to hurt that either, but sometimes you have to give to receive.
I expect it to go down, and they expect it to go down that drastically.
I pay attention to the tariffs. If they can bring more jobs to American people in the United States, then I think it's great. But I don't want to see it to hurt the people in the United States.
I'm concerned. I mean, over 80 years, we've had trade partners that we trusted, and they trusted us, and we've lost that over the course of 2 months or a month.
Yeah, he's right. Trade partners he had over 80 years, 2 months, guess what they did? They dipped on your ass because they see it's not beneficial for them in their country. This is a book of Obadiah in verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The ones you had alliance with, all the people you had alliance with, and you got that alliance by the force of the sword. That's how you got that alliance. You forced them by that petrodollar, by bringing forth economic hitman, by setting up that petrodollar where they can't pay their debt back, so stealing their resources. So what do? They made an alliance with you, with that petrodollar. And it says, all the men without confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee. That took the money, that took the basically the aid, took took the basically the way to create the smith, the way the your weaponry that you gave them, because Esau Edom, when he does these various things, he set up proxy wars and things like that. So they got the different weaponry from Esau Edom. They took the aid. They basically signed up for this system. But what did they do? They turned their backs on it because they see that what Esau's doing, he's basically trying to cripple their societies, cripple their countries for the benefit of America, making America great again. But we know through that ain't nothing but a Ponzi scheme, because at the end of the day, they're really just trying to cripple America and collapse this bitch so they can usher in this MOTB. That's what they really doing. But we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, these various things have to take place, because this is Bible prophecy. This pressure from above, pressure from below. These are very different tactics that this devil uses. Haggadah dialects. He's distracting you with various different things on the news. At the same time, he's putting you in that corner. He's forcing you. Because this is what he's doing, man. He wants order out of chaos. He's going to create the chaos so he can usher in the order and be justified. This is what he's doing. So all the other nations, what are they gradually doing? They're making alliance together and they're isolating America. They're making energy deals together. They're making different deals together to benefit them and their society and their empires, man. And while they're isolating America, this is what's happening. And said, there is no understanding in him. There's no understanding in Esau either, man. Because at the end of the day, what he's doing, he's setting up his own destruction. That's what you're gradually seeing this devil doing. He's setting up his own destruction. Even though he think he's going to win at the end, he's really going to lose. Won't be no phoenix rising in the ashes, because that's what these devils think. After all hell break loose of nuclear war, they're going to rise through the ashes out of them bunkers and rebuild. It's none of that's going to take place, man. You're seeing the fall of your society right before your eyes, man, with all these different trade wars and economic wars, which are going to lead to collapse of this society.
I feel nervous for our household budget. With 2 kids, I wonder what our grocery bill is going to be like. I wonder if we can afford to upgrade our car when it breaks.
What overseas is doing to the United States, that's wrong. Whether it's any kind of business, whether it's your business, my business, or anybody's, that's wrong. And hopefully these tariffs, I know what he's trying to do. These tariffs will help the people with businesses, break the business stronger, make the people that's working and everything else, they can come back and make a decent living.
There's never been a aspect of where a tariff is considered good economic policy.
Look at 1929, Great Depression. That's the last time we did across the board massive tariffs was 1929, and there were bread lines. Tariffs.
And that's what's about to take place again. Look at 1929, the Great Depression. That's about to gradually take place again. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 10. And it said, it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be a noise and a cry from the fish gate, which is what your stock market, your buy and sell, where people, trade the treasuries, the bonds, all that various things. And they howling from the second. The howling from the second is that cry. There's going to be another Great Depression, man. But it's going to be worse than the Great Depression. Like I said, at least after the Great Depression, people still had farms and things like that. But the majority of these people in this society, they live off food line in the grocery stores and Costco's and Walmarts and all these various different places. They don't live off the land like they used to. It says, and a howling from the second and a great crashing from the hills, a great crash from the hills from this government. This government, man, it's gonna be a great crash from the hills. That's what's coming. That's being made manifest before your eyes with these various different tariffs and trade wars. And it's only going to continue to get worse, because the Lord is behind this. The Lord is not, prolonging these prophecies anymore. Because it's that proverb of you 2/3 ass niggas, all that Jacob's trouble, martial law, and, famine of food and World War III and the MOTB. That's not going to take place in my lifetime, right? But guess what? The Lord is seizing that proverb in Israel. As you read in Ezekiel, the 12th chapter, that's taking place before your eyes now. So that proverb that you sit here and try to tell yourself at night when you walk past the men of the Lord and when you go past the videos that you see that's not going to take place in your life. Well, guess what? It is. It's happening right before you right now. A majority of you nigger Latino of America is going to go through Jacob's trouble, and 2/3 of you are going to die on this side for your rebelliousness, and not because you don't want to repent. You want to stay in this dead state. You want to stay here in America. And you can clearly see this shit is at a rapid spiral going down the fucking drain. It's circling the drain, man. This place is done. It's no healing of thy bruise, man. As the scriptures say, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, does not want to heal Babylon. The Lord is making the golden city cease. This is done. Ain't no more bringing back this society, man. Ain't no golden age coming to America. That nigga Donald Trump lied to you, dumbass niggas. What golden age is coming to America is the fall of America. That's what's coming to America. And nothing else. Nothing good is coming to this place. The only thing good coming to this place is them ICBM missiles through the How by Shemal Shah. That's what's good coming to this place. Because this place it needs cleansing. This place is wicked as all hell, man. And you 2/3 niggas, man, the Lord gonna destroy y'all ass. This Matthew chapter 24. In verse 6, and you should hear wars and rumors of wars. And that's what you've been hearing. Wars, rumors of wars. Ukraine, Iran, Taiwan, them small hats in the Gaza Strip, all these various different things. That's all you've been hearing about. That's all you're hearing about is wars and rumors of wars. See, then you be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The end is not yet. The end is not yet. And this is Redler. This is Howard Shah. This big bro speaking. The end is not yet, man. Because there's various other prophecies that got to take place before the end. And it says, for nation shall rise against nation. That's what you're going to start to see. You're going to start to see that racial tension starting to increase and get more and more blatant here in these latter days, man. These Edomites' chest was stuck out when they got Trump in office. Now what do you see? They're upset and they're mad at him. That's what the Lord wants. He wants that tension. He wants the uproars. He wants the civil unrest. He wants the chaos. That's what Yahweh Shemal Shah wants. He's putting the spirit on Esau, Edom, and these elites to do these various things, man, which is that Black Swan event that they're going to usher out. So you best believe when they really cut the power grid and they do something major, that's going to lead to all hell breaking loose. That's what they want, man, because they want the people to cry out to the government so they can ration out who gets what. That's what they want. They want to tell who gets what. They're going to have to sign up. You already know you're going to have to take the charagma, the see here, Revelation 13 and 16. He calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which is that Greek mark, go back to the Greek word charagma, which is an incision to prick in your right hand on your forehead. And your right hand represents your predominantly hand that you use. And your forehead is basically what? Which that metapon, which is who's pushing that out? Metaverse, right? Neuralink, Elon Musk. So we're not ignorant saying devices. We can clearly see this is what they want. They want the universal basic income on rationing out who gets what. That's what they want. It's in your face, man. It says nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. That's why you're seeing this global tension. Global tension is at an all-time high. And it's only going to get worse, man. It says there should be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. You've been hearing about all these crazy earthquakes all around the world. We hit Thailand last week. You've been hearing about the famines, which is going to usher in what? The pestilence. Of course, in the lack of food and lack of resource and bread, that leads to pestilence. Why? Because there's going to be a lot of dead bodies. And that leads to pestilence. And especially when it really start getting hot out here. That's the times we in. We're in the time of the visitation of Yahweh Shemal Shah. And it says all these are the beginnings of sorrows. It's just the beginning. The beginning. That's why the scripture says in Proverbs, 24:10, that thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. A lot of niggas is faint now. They're getting tired. And we ain't seen shit yet. Your strength represents your faith, man. That's why you seen a lot of niggas fainting, tapping out, selling out. Y'all giving in to Esau, Edom, and this wicked ass society. When this society is done. It's done. Let's hear these Edomites keep crying out, man.
Have never worked out.
Shoppers are expected to pay more for everyday products like coffee, fresh produce, and toilet paper in the coming weeks, according to one trade group. Long term, as prices from everything to groceries to furniture to clothing and shoes go up, the total impact from all of Trump's tariffs could cost the average household $3,800 per year, according to another analysis. President Trump telling Americans the economy needs this.
Yeah, the economy needs this. The economy needs this. Yes, it does. How about Shemal Shah already ordained this? This is what's coming. This is what's coming. It's going to be a lack of jobs out here. As it continue to get worse and worse, prepare yourself for a lack of jobs. Prepare yourself for a more angrier world, as Klaus Schwab said from the World Economic Forum. The president of the World Economic Forum, well, he said, prepare for a more angrier world. Why? Why would he say that? Because they know what they're about to do. It says, Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now not creating the days of thy youth. That's why we keep telling you nigga like Latino Native Americans, putting out off from day to day. This is the time you need to be getting right with Yahweh Shem Al Shai, man. Not putting out from day to day. Sirach, the 5th chapter. It says, while the evil days come not, evil goes back to bad times come not, right? Or the years draw nigh when thou shalt say I have no pleasure in them. That's the time we're coming into when the Lord's gonna look at you 2/3 niggas like you're useless. Because if you ain't doing right in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, you're basically useless. What can He use you for? Nothing. You're useless, man. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened or the clouds return after the rain, and you still can go out, you know what I'm saying, on your day to day and get your daily bread. But when this shit hit the fan, it's gonna be the Lord's gonna darken out them clouds, man. You're gonna have times like the times of Egypt when it's gonna be dark out here, when it's gonna be lights out situations, man. That's the times we're coming into. It says, in a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, the keepers of the house, the people that watch over your economy, man. The house represents your economy, the people that's watching over the economy, the spending, the trades. They're in a state of trembling. Watching NASDAQ collapse, Dow Jones collapse. And it's only going to continue to get worse. And it's best believe it's orchestrated, man. This is all orchestrated because this is all wars are bankers' wars. Because who's behind the Federal Reserve? Them fucking small hats. Amalek. And he wants a new system where he's in total control. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and grinders shall cease because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And that's the times grinders gonna cease. It's gonna be like a work out here. You already had a 900 auto workers get laid off the other day, and that's only just the tip of the iceberg. You already had all these You already had all these federal workers get laid off. You already had these IRS people get laid off, and it ain't get worse yet. It's only gonna continue to get worse. Because the grind is going to cease. It's going to be a lack of jobs, man. A lack of jobs. And it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the doors of music shall be brought low. And the music is trash, and people not going to be able to get up for work anymore for that alarm clock, because there ain't going to be no jobs. So if ain't no jobs and people got to feed their family, what that's going to lead to? Anarchy, chaos, blood spilling over into the streets. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. It's going to spill over into the streets, man. Anarchy, chaos, sedition amongst men. That's what's coming to the shores of America. Nothing else. Because why? You got this cruel Lord in office, man. And y'all voted for him. This like Elon Musk said, this is what you wanted. You voted for this. You devils, you Edomites, you voted for this. You thought you were going to get your white supremacy back. Yeah, you voted for this. So shut the hell up. We don't want to hear you crying about how Trump did you wrong, get fired. We don't give a damn about none of that. This is over. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. This is your hand of a cruel Lord right here. These bankers set him up to be the fall guy. And he's going to bring all these different policies in to collapse this damn place. Beautiful. We love it. You hate it. I love it. Because I hate what the Lord hates, and the Lord hates his society, man. The Lord hates Babylon the Great. The Lord hates this wicked ass society. So as he's ushering in these various things, we love it, man. Because we know Yahweh Shem Al Shai is in the midst of the Most High is behind these various things, man. Because as it goes in Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, and he turneth wherever so well he willeth. And so the Most High is orchestrating the fall of the society, and he's using these Edomites to collapse this place, man. Call all Yahweh Shem Al Shai. The Most High gave this place over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. And that's what you're seeing. So you Edomites, you can cry, and you 2/3 niggas can cry out. We don't give a damn. We told you this was coming. But you looked at us as a laughing stock, and you mocked us, and you thought everything was a fucking joke. But as the Lord said, every idle word, a man shall held account in the day of judgment. So you 2/3 ass niggas, you're going to be held accountable for mocking and scoffing, man. Because your ass going to catch this judgment out here very, very soon, man. And we can't wait, man. We can't wait. We hate you 2/3 ass niggas, man. Because y'all the reason why we in this shit now. You fucking want to follow these damn heathen. You want to be amongst them. You want to worship their gods. Hey, you going to get what you deserve, man. And the Most High ain't forgot nothing. Let's keep going. This is, matter of fact. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh. This is what's coming. That sword and destruction is drawing nigh. It's getting closer and closer. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. And that's what's coming. Swords represent a weapon, your hammer, anything that you can get grabbed and put somebody to death. That's coming. That's the times we're coming into. When it's a lack of resources, when a lack of bread, people going to resort to violence. And that's what Esau Edom wants. But that's what the Lord wants, because it's already written. It's already written. It's already in the book. Let's keep going. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, evading one another. There's going to be sedition. People going to take matters in their own hand. They ain't going to give a damn. They're going to be out here protesting, out here really getting violent. The damn cops going to start shooting these people down. It's going to get violent, man. If you don't believe me, go look up the Jade Helm drills in 2015, 2016 that took place in Texas. What was the crisis actor and the people that was basically helped doing the drill saying, I got my rights, this, that. Why was they saying that? Because they knew this times was coming, man. They was preparing for these and using drills, man. Using crisis actors and preparing for the times you're coming into now, man. Because they understand when it get bad like that, they're going to usher in martial law. What you think they got these AI robots for? What you think they got these drones for? What you think they got these various different... If you see the cyber trucks, what you think they got these other trucks behind the scene for? That's bulletproof. You people are fucking stupid, man. They're going to really have boots on the ground very, very soon, man. Very soon. You best believe it. He says they should not regard their kings or their princes in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They ain't gonna be damn about the Trump and your governor. They ain't gonna get down about none of that. These people gonna be out here, hey, getting it out the mud because they ain't got nothing to give. They ain't got nothing. When these people don't got nothing to lose, they lose it. It said, man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able because they're gonna set up checkpoints. Who got the, you know who? You gotta have that MOTB to be able to move around because they're trying to set up these smart cities. It says because the pride of the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. And that's the times we're coming into, man. Because of that pride, man. People walked in great pride, thought that everything they was good. They thought they was untouchable. They thought the Lord didn't see all the wickedness that they was doing. And the Most High had y'all in a trick bag. This 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them, and their latter times shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. Many great miseries. You people are walked in great pride. That's why the city is collapsing. That's why these places are going out the way they're going. The nasty people agenda, all these various things, man. Now you're seeing what these economic woes, which is going to affect all the everyday Americans. And it's going to affect us brothers in the ministry as well. But you know what we got? We got faith. We got our foundation, which is Yahweh Shai. That sure foundation. We got faith in Yahweh Shai that he's going to do what? That he's going to protect us. He's going to guide us. Just like he did around 2020, when brothers will still be able to move around and still be able to have jobs no matter what, and they had to leave jobs, the Lord's still going to make a way in these times because the Lord said, what? My servants shall eat. That's the mindset. And we can't wait till the Lord really start opening up a can of whoop ass on you 2/3 ass niggas, man. Because y'all don't believe in the Lord. Y'all don't trust the Lord. Y'all don't believe in his word. Because you have a lack of faith, man. That's why the Lord said, what? Let not their incredulity trouble thee. We don't let your lack of faith trouble us because we understand when this shit really get bad, when this shit hit the fan for real, we're going to put our faith in the Lord. As the scripture says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be thy stability to keep us stable of these times, the times we're coming into now, because we're coming into some bad times. Perilous times are coming to the face of the earth, man. And we are already in it. This is why you're seeing a lot of Edomites protesting. You can go look it up. There's protests in all the major cities in Babylon the Great and in Canada. Why? Because these terrorists, man. And they're upset. They're mad. But it's only going to get worse. And the Lord is behind it, man. Lord willing, it increase here more and more every day and get worse and worse, man. Let's finish the video out.
Patient that went through an operation on Liberation Day.
While the president downplayed the stock market slide, financial experts aren't so sure.
To buckle up until the president finds a way to take some of these tariffs back. I think we're going to have a bunch of really bad days in the stock market and even worse days in the economy.
JP Morgan predicting a 60% chance of a global recession this year if Trump's tariff plan continues.
Throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition. Now, there are sound historical reasons for this. For those of us who lived through the Great Depression.
And he was an actor. He was a fucking actor in Hollywood. And look, they put his demonic ass as a president. So ding, ding, ding. Who else was an actor? And they put his president. Your boy DJ Trump showing that all these people are fucking paid actors, man. Fucking dumbass America. You dumbass people.
The memory of the suffering it caused is deep and searing. And today, many economic analysts and historians argue that high tariff legislation passed back in that period, called the Smoot-Hawley Tariff, greatly deepened the Depression and prevented economic recovery. You see, at first, when someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. What eventually occurs is, first, homegrown industries start relying on government protection in the form of high tariffs. They stop competing and stop making the innovative management and technological changes they need to succeed in world markets. And then, while all this is going on, something even worse occurs. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. The result is more and more tariffs, higher and higher trade barriers, and less competition. So soon, because of the prices made artificially high by tariffs that subsidize inefficiency and poor management, people stop buying. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. The memory of all this occurring back in the 30s made me determined when I came to Washington to spare the American people the protectionist legislation that destroys prosperity. Now, it hasn't always been easy. There are those in the Congress, just as there were back in the 30s, who want to go for the quick political advantage, who risk America's prosperity for the sake of a short-term appeal to some special interest group, who forget that more than 5 million American jobs are directly tied to the foreign export business, and additional millions are tied to imports. Well, I've never forgotten those jobs, and on trade issues, by and large, we've done well.
Told you right in your face. And that's going to lead to the collapse of this society, man. So with that, I want to close it out by saying, Call Haloyim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutation, all the Aki, and pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.